Hello, spring football fans, UFL fans. It's that time. Finally. We are exactly 22 hours and 20 minutes away from kickoff. Finally. Now, this is my first video of the relaunch. If you remember me years ago, I was the XFL fan zone until YouTube. I just ran into a whole bunch of problems at YouTube, so I had to restart the channel. Now it's called the UFL fan zone, so we're going to be talking about spring football. Of course, mainly the UFL because they're pretty much our sink or swim league right now. When you consider the amount of players we have, the amount of money, the amount of media partners, I really believe if we don't make it this time, you may not see spring football for at least another 10 years. That's the way I feel. Hopefully this league works. I'll be rooting hard for it. I will be attending games. As you see, I'm going old school XFL for this first video. Don't worry, I have not gotten a UFL hat yet, and I probably won't. I don't care much. You'll see me wear the jerseys of the other teams, mainly the XFL ones. That's what I really have. So I am a DC Defenders fan because my New York, New Jersey Hitmen were long gone, my New York Guardians are long gone, and my New Jersey Generals are now gone as well. So I've been a DC Defenders fan since last year. They've carried over to the new league. That will be my team. I'm about 5 hours away. Hopefully, and I'm not sure this whole bridge thing that happened in Baltimore, if that's going to affect my commute. But next week I plan to attend the home opener for the Defenders. This week they're on the road in San Antonio, and no, I am not going to be there for Easter weekend. But I am excited. The reason why I'm doing this relaunch now is because, one, I just couldn't stand the wait. I want to come on here and try to talk about stuff for the sake of putting videos out there. And I'm not going to lie, if you've seen me on my Facebook page and the other Facebook pages, we were all aggravated. Waiting. Little information, and finally, here we are. And now we have something to talk about. Opening day. Thank goodness. First game on deck for the new league is going to be a great one. It's kind of like the WrestleMania version of the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. Two champions facing each other. We got the two-time defending champion of the USFL, the Birmingham Stallions, going to Arlington, Texas to take on the defending XFL champion, the Arlington Renegades. Skip Holtz versus Bob Stoops. Birmingham is stacked. Birmingham is pretty much bringing back almost the same team they had last year and the year before. And they are so good that even though they lost Alex Mogu, the championship quarterback of last year, who's now at the Packers, last time I checked, that the other quarterback, Jace Morris Smith, who got their first championship, is a third stringer right now. Mainly because he's hurt from what I've seen, but when you consider they won with those two guys, he's a third stringer, and Matt Corral of Ole Miss is going to get the start. That tells you how good Birmingham is. On the other side, you got Luis Perez, who are calling the best spring football quarterback of all time because he's played almost in every league. Both XFLs, the USFL, the original UFL, the AAF. He's been around. He's a hell of a story. I don't care whether you like him or not. To learn football on YouTube and then get to where he is, it's just remarkable. You know, I don't think you ever see this again. But let's talk about this game first, and I think Birmingham's going to win this game. Now, granted, this is first week stuff. We don't get access to scrimmage highlights. At least, I haven't. If there are some out there. But just going by the rosters, I like Birmingham to win this game, even on the road. I'm going 24-13. I think Birmingham is the most stacked team in that conference, and I think they may be the most stacked team in the league. That's how good they are. So, and I'm not going to lie, even though I'm more of an XFL guy, the Renegades are in the same division with my Defenders, so this would actually help my DC team out a lot too. But I just think Birmingham on paper right now, and you let me know if you let me know if you know different or think different. I think they're stacked. They could be a 3-time champion in the new league. We'll see. 10 weeks of fun we have until 2 weeks of playoffs. And by the way, I am going to be at the championship game in St. Louis on Sunday, June 16th. So I hope to see a lot of you there from other channels, other fan bases. I wanted to go to last year's game. I just couldn't. It was just not feasible. As a Defender fan, I'm kind of glad I didn't go, because that was one disappointing game for us. All right, second game on the horizon. We go to Detroit, Ford Field. They're hosting the St. Louis Battlehawks. And I like the Battlehawks to win this game. Again, we're going by what's on paper. Michigan's going to have a good defense. I don't see anything they really have on offense. E.J. Berry's going to be their quarterback, looks like. I'm not a real big fan of him. I am a big fan of A.J. Karen, who's a big addition back to the UFL/XFL, call it what you want. But he's pretty much one of the faces of the league right now. I see St. Louis win this game. I am going to say almost the same score as the other game. I'm going to say something like 26-16. I think just St. Louis is a better team. I mean, I think Michigan's going to be one-dimensional. Hopefully, I am wrong. I want to see this league, if I had my way, every team after 8 weeks would be 4-4, and the last 2 weeks would be a grind out. Who's made the best team win and get to the playoffs. And I don't want anyone to be 4-4 because the league is mediocre. I want to get to see 4-4 for everyone, because I think I want it to be competitive. I think we're gonna have some good games this year. I mean, we're down from 16 teams to 8 teams, so we have a lot of condensed talent. All these teams, every team has improved. It's just a matter of who's improved the most, who can execute the most. Skip Holtz is back for a 3rd year. They bring back the same team. That is a big plus for them. Andy Beck is coaching the Battlehawks again. He was phenomenal last year. He just played in the wrong division. So I am going with the Battlehawks in that game. Sunday's game, Easter Sunday. This is going to be brutal for me because I got dinner plans at 2:30, so I'm going to have to record this game. But, you know, I may get the first hour and a half or hour 45 minutes. My DC Defenders are headed into San Antonio to take on the Brahmas. And last year, it was almost a disaster in San Antonio for my team. Romo misses a field goal at the end of the game. The only field goal he would miss for the entire year, and the Defenders won. The game didn't mean much to them because they've already clinched home field in the playoff. But like every other team, both these teams are going to be good again this year. The big loss for DC is losing Abram Smith. Losing Abram Smith is going to be a killer because he was the heart and soul of the offense last year until the passing game did catch on later on in the year with Jordan Ta'amu and Derek King. Now we're going to have Jordan Ta'amu who's back, which is good for the league, along with DeAndre Francois, who's with the Generals last year. I think he's an upgrade from Derek King anyway because he's a better thrower. But we'll see. I'm taking my Defenders to win. It is a bit of a biased pick. We'll we'll see how good that Greg Williams defense is. The thing with Greg Williams, if I would say it, he attacks, and he don't make adjustments. And we saw what happened to him last year in that championship game when he went up against a veteran coach like Bob Stoops, and they basically pulled the New England Patriots of 2007. So, but I'm still going to take these defenders to win. I think this game will be close like it was last year. I'm going 23-20. In the final game, we have the Houston Roughnecks, who are really the gamblers with new uniforms, taking on the Memphis Showboats. I wasn't a big fan of the Gamblers' talent last year. Again, they have improved, but so have the Showboats. I think the Showboats and the Stallions are the two best teams in that conference on paper. We'll see. The other thing that kills us is they're not playing at TD-ECU Stadium because of renovations, so because of the requirement by the SEC. So they're going to be playing old-time Rice Stadium that used to host the Super Bowl, believe it or not. Ticket sales don't look good for this game. It is going to be Easter Sunday in Houston. That is going to be a tough draw. Rice Stadium is not the prettiest stadium in the world. I think the Showboats have a better team. I think this could be the one blowout we have this week. I think I'm going, again, on paper, I'm going 30-13 Memphis. Sorry, Roughnecks, Gambler fans. I'm just going by what's on paper. Anyway, I believe the weather is supposed to be pretty mild for a couple of games. Well, two of them in domes. Michigan, the Ford Field's in the dome, and San Antonio's going to set up a dome. The weather for Houston looks pretty mild right now, so it should be this time of year, so that shouldn't be an issue. And Arlington, same thing. So we should have good weather for both these games. I haven't checked the latest weather report since a couple of days, but I am looking forward to some football. It's finally here. Thank goodness. I'm sick of waiting. We've been spoiled since 2019 with the AAF, XFL Part 2, Part 3, and the USFL seasons. Fans, go support the league. I don't care if you buy merchandise, go to games, or just watch the games. Just support the games. Support the game, support the league. Let me know what you think. We'll talk to you later. Enjoy the football, everyone.